Hey y'all, well, today I want to talk to you about prayers to remember. And for some of you, this may be some new information, and for others, it may not be. So just sit back, listen, bear with me. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll have hear a nice story to entertain you. So, growing up in South Carolina, we attended the Second Baptist Church. And our preacher was a man named Gary Lockie, Preacher Lockie, and he was an Indian chief in addition to being a Baptist minister. Now, don't come at me for calling him an Indian chief. That's his words. I'm using his words. This was back in the early to mid 80s. He joined our church, became our preacher, and he also visited the elementary school that I attended. I think it was Career Day or maybe Parents' Day or something. And he came to school in full regalia. I guess that's the word. He had the feathered hairdress and the buckskins and everything. And I remember meeting him and talking to him. And being, a little kid, I said something stupid like, instead of doing a rain dance, can you do a snow dance so we get out of school for a couple of days? And he just laughed at me. And anyway, up at the Second Baptist Church, we attended Sunday school before preaching. And for most of the time I attended church, my Sunday school teachers were Miss Ann and Miss Evelyn. And Miss Ann and Miss Evelyn, every class began with us bowing our heads and praying the Lord's Prayer. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's the one that goes, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, blah, blah, blah. You can look it up. And that was probably the first prayer I remember learning outside of the home. In fact, I think I was around 13 years old, maybe. My mother gave me her Bible. That was a little white King James Version Bible that had belonged to her. And I kept that Bible for a long time. And then I think in 1991, when I graduated from high school, the church presented me with a Bible with my name stamped on it. But in my mother's Bible, there was this bookmarker she had. Let me get closer. That is a bookmarker with the Lord's Prayer written on it. And I've kept that, as you can see, and I keep it in my receipt book or my conjure book. It's sort of a connection to my ancestors and my heritage. But when my little brother, I have three younger brothers, when my little brother Ira began attending church and got serious about going to church and following the path of Christianity, I gave him our mother's Bible so he can have something special like that. But I kept the bookmark for myself. The second prayer I want to talk to you about is one I learned at the table. It's the grace before meals. And I'm sure a lot of people have some sort of grace that they say before meals. But the one I learned went, God is great, God is good, let us thank you for this food. We bow our heads and all are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen. And that was a prayer we would say before our meals. I mainly remember it being done on Sundays after church. It was very traditional for us to come home after church, and my grandma, she would make lunch for us, and it was usually something like fried chicken, rice and gravy, homemade biscuits, and I loved homemade biscuits with syrup. And so Sunday is a very important day for me even now. Even though I don't attend a church up here in Oak Harbor and Whidbey Island, I do hold on to certain traditions such as praying every day. Some of the prayers I'm going to speak to you about. On Sundays, I used to make it a habit of having something like fried chicken, rice and gravy, and homemade biscuits, but My doctor put me on a diet, and I'm not supposed to eat those things anymore, so I've had to adapt. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. The third prayer I learned, and again, you probably all heard this one before, it's nothing special, was the prayer you say before going to bed, which goes, "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take." And that was it. Just a simple little children's rhyme to get you, you know, safe and sound before you go to bed, have good dreams, and hopefully not die in your sleep. But if you're going to die in your sleep, it's probably a good way to go. And the last prayer I'm going to talk to you about is the simplest prayer of all. It's also the shortest prayer of all. And it consists of 2 words. And those 2 words are thank you. That is the most powerful prayer that you can say. And you can't say it enough. You can say it in the morning when you wake up. Thank you for a great night's sleep, Lord. Thank you for this beautiful day. You know, I'm going on 47, and in my old age, I've turned into an early riser. And it just makes my heart happy to wake up in the morning, especially this time of year when the sun's coming up around 5:30, to wake up and see the sunlight and the sunrise coming up. It just really renews and revigorates me, and it fills me with a sense of hope. And I love getting up and seeing the sunrise, and I'll say thank you. Thank you for this beautiful sunrise. You know, the more you say thank you, the more you will have to be thankful for. The more you are grateful for what you have, the more you will have to be grateful for. It's just a simple concept. You hear about that a lot with the law of attraction and things of that nature. So thank you is the best prayer that you can utter. And so with that, I would just like to say thank you for sitting here and listening to me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for your comments. I really do enjoy them. I really do enjoy reading them and seeing them pop up on my little screen. Anyway, thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for choosing to follow me. Thank you for choosing to support me with your attention and your interest. And with that, I'll say good night. Have a great day and a greater tomorrow. Bye.